Good afternoon, comrades and friends. On behalf of the Detroit branch of Workers' World Party, I'd first like to extend our deepest sympathies, our most heartfelt solidarity to Comrade Minnie Bruce Pratt, to Comrade Leslie's chosen family and friends, to the comrades who were closest to her through the years, and to all the comrades. When I heard on that February morning, I got a call from Comrade Monica that Leslie had died. And it took a while for that to sink in. And all I could think of was, we're living in a world without Leslie. And the world is a much poorer place now. And then I said to myself, no, the world is a much, much richer place because our comrade was here. So my tears didn't last for long, maybe just a week or two. Now, Comrade Leslie came to Detroit on several occasions. I remember when I first joined in the early 80s, she spoke at our office on Grand River. Later on in 1995, our branch that would participate every year in the statewide LGBTQ march up in Lansing, the state capital, we would participate as the only left party in the state of Michigan that would go to the LGBTQ pride demonstrations. And we had a great float based on the adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And we had a float with a high heel, and we were, our slogan was boot out, kick out the contract on America. That was our, and the comrades, we did our first drag float, and we were quite excited about it. And Leslie came to Detroit later in the fall, and we presented her with a photo of our float and those of us on it and everything. And all I could think was she's probably received, dozens and dozens of these types of mementos and things over the years, but she accepted it so graciously. In 2006, Comrade Leslie came to Detroit as she was invited by a whole host of universities to come and speak, where she was, she was given honoraria to come, and everyone, the meetings were all greatly attended in Detroit, Lansing, Kalamazoo, Ann Arbor, everywhere. And if anyone came to the meeting thinking that they were going to hear a good talk about LGBTQ oppression and about transgender rights, they were wrong. What they heard was a revolutionary talk that tied every single struggle in the world to the LGBTQ struggle. What they heard was a revolutionary communist putting Workers' World Party first. We got dozens and dozens of subscriptions to Workers' World newspaper because of the talks that Comrade Leslie gave during that tour. We had a Stop the War slate during that election that we formed an alliance with the Green Party of Michigan. And at every single meeting, Comrade Leslie brought up our youngest member of the slate, who was an African-American lesbian, and offered her the platform for the first 5 minutes of her talk. That was the kind of person and kind of comrade that she was. Comrade Leslie also made a tremendous contribution in getting out the name and the struggle of C.C. McDonald, who dared to fight back against those who would kill her. And she brought this to the attention of the party paper. We immediately found out everything that we could. We wrote many front page articles on the struggle of C.C. MacDonald. And even as she was so ill, Comrade Leslie did what she could. She went out there. She was arrested in Minnesota. She elevated that struggle to not just a local struggle, but to one that was known about all across the U.S. and all across the world. In 2009, it was the last time that I saw Comrade Leslie at her 60th birthday party. And unfortunately, our contingent from Detroit, our car broke down in Niagara Falls. And we didn't get there until the event was over. But Comrade Minnie Bruce and Leslie invited us to their apartment, where we had a nice evening of talking with other comrades. And even though she was so, at that point, you could tell she was in pain, but because we were so late and we were leaving so late, Comrade Leslie was very concerned. She didn't want us to drive back at 11 p.m. not knowing how far we could get or where we could get a motel. There was a big game going on, a football game in Syracuse. And she offered her home. Minnie Bruce and Leslie offered their home for the three of us to stay. And she changed, Comrade Leslie changed a lot of lives. Probably tens of thousands, if not more, both here in the United States, as well as around the world, including my own. Leslie Feinberg, presente, presente, presente.